Here's how I would rank every single Evil Dead movie from 1981 to 2026. This includes the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead. And number one, we've got Army of Darkness from 1993. I love the adventure comedy side of it, and it drifts a little bit away from the horror, which I'm fine with, but a lot of people did not like it. And I like how Ash Williams, the main character, his main quest is to find the Necronomicon to get back home, which he is supposed to say words Klaatu, Naraka, Niktu, and he fails at it because he messes it up, summoning an army of evil, and he has to help fight them and then get home. And then at number two, I have Evil Dead Burn, 2026. I love this movie because it is horror, like very gory, but I love it. And it mixes well with the franchise because it has a different tone, like all the other movies in the newer years. And it also follows a woman who loses her husband, which I found her husband was a very abusive man to her, very mean to her, and like basically she has to deal with her family while like dealing with the death of her husband, and then eventually everyone just turns into an evil deadite and tries to kill her. Eventually she escapes, and the movie ends with a character coming from Evil Dead Rise, movie I will talk about later. In my number three spot, I have Evil Dead 2 from 1987. It is a good movie because it mixes the horror from the first movie from 1981 really well with the comedy, which a term that Sam Raimi made, splatstick, meaning horror, so gore, mixed in with like Three Stooges slapstick comedy. And then, yeah, at my number four spot, I have Evil Dead Rise from 2023. I have it at this spot because it is a claustrophobic horror movie focusing on a woman who recently found out she was pregnant, and she goes to her sister's house with her nieces and nephew, and basically she has to like fight off her own sister and eventually her niece, one of her nieces and nephews, as she's trying to help her little younger niece escape from them. Eventually they do by grinding them up in a meat grinder. Well, not a meat grinder, it was a wood chipper. A very goring movie. I would not recommend it for anyone under 13, or anyone under my age, or yeah, I'd prefer it above. At my number five, it would be The Evil Dead 1981. I like it because it's the first movie in the franchise, the first one I ever saw, and then it's like four friends in the woods. Ash Williams, who is in the other two, 1993 and 1987, and I like it because it's the beginning of a story, and like, you know, and then, yeah, and then, yeah, and then, next up we have Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 2, 2017. I like this season because it's funny, it's comedy, it's gory, and yeah, it follows Ash Williams and his friends Pablo and Kelly from Season 1, which I'll get to later, basically like going to Ash's hometown and trying to, you know, protect his town. He does, and eventually succeeds, and then yeah. And then at the next up is Ash vs. the Evil Dead Season 2, Season 1, which is basically a buddy cop comedy with Ash Williams, Kelly, and Pablo, and it's a comedy where Ash Williams is trying to get rid of the Necronomicon and fight Deadites. It's very funny. And then next up is Ash vs. the Evil Dead Season 3 from 2018. It's good, but it's definitely not as good as the other ones. It's basically Ash is in his own town. He is basically a local hero, and he has to fight a giant kaiju by the end of it. And then, at my last spot is Evil Dead 2013. I don't like this one. It's the only one I actually don't like because it's too gory. Not good characters, in my opinion. I don't really like them. There's a cheese grater scene. I hate the cheese grater scene. It's like I'm not even going into detail. And then the whole movie ends with a girl, I think her name is Mia, I don't remember, burning down a house and rain, basically blood rain. And then it ends with a post-credit scene with Ash Williams just saying groovy. And yeah, that's my list of every Evil Dead movie and TV show. I haven't played the video game, but I know there is one. And yeah. It's a good series.